in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love key talk.
Check it out, man. All right. Make sure I hit that like button for me. Helps me out with the algorithm, and it's greatly appreciated. Anyway, so a while ago, of course, I reported that Bankroll Freddie had pretty much got arrested by the feds, and they was pretty much trying to shape it as if he was one of the most biggest drug dealers in the whole world, right? Well, it does look like it's some snitching involved. We already know how the snitching goes. We've seen it with the Young Thug case. We've seen it with pretty much all the rappers, right? We see all the rappers that they done snitched in the past and all type of stuff like that, right? And this is no different, other than the fact that it's not Bankroll Freddie that's snitching. Bankroll Freddie decided to take the feds to trial. Now, we already know the feds have like a 98 or 99.9% conviction rate because of snitches pretty much. They have anybody they want to talk, they go get them, grab them up, scare them, make them talk, and they're down to snitch and tell, right? Well, it's no different this time. It looks like Bankroll Freddie is facing like 20 to 40 years. And here's the headline of it. Then I'm going to read y'all the story because a guy who was supplying Bankroll Freddie actually took the stand. He was one of the first people to take the stand and pretty much admitted a whole lot of key details on Bankroll Freddie to send Bankroll Freddie up the road, right? So Bankroll Freddie took the feds to trial, and the supplier, JG the Stylist, is the first witness on the stand, helping to get him 20 to 40 years. He admitted to supplying Freddie several times and some other key details, right? So I'm going to read y'all exactly what he said, right? So it says, on Wednesday afternoon, Jeremy J.G. Green, who pleaded guilty March 22nd to one count of conspiracy to distribute marijuana and facing up to 20 years prison term when he is sentenced, gave jurors a look at some of the inner workings of the operation. So Green, remember, when you hear Green, that's the guy that's actually telling. That's the guy that was supplying Bankroll Freddie. Bankroll Freddie last name is like Gladdy or something like that. Whenever I say it in an article, I'll let y'all know that's Bankroll Freddie. So it says when he was sentenced, he gave jurors a look at some of the inner workings of the operation. Green testified that during his involvement in the conspiracy, he sold between $5,000 and $15,000 worth of marijuana a month on the average, and that after meeting Gladney. Okay, so Gladney, when y'all hear that name, that's Bankroll Freddie, right? So he said after meeting Gladney at a local recording studio in early 2021, he sold the rapper between 10 and 20 pounds of marijuana on 5 separate occasions. So that alone is telling you that he's the one that supplied Bankroll Freddie, either to get Bankroll Freddie into it or just to supply it to make sure that he's good on the merchandise that he wants, right? And obviously the guy Green that's snitching right now on the stand, obviously he's caught up in it as well because they said he caught the conspiracy charge as well. And, and this is the actual definition, the true definition of snitching. They say if two people do a crime together and one person snitch on the other person in order to get some of their time cut, it's like they always say that's the true definition of snitching. Well, this looks like to be the true definition of snitching, right? So it continues and it says, I kind of asked him if he needed some, Green said. He said he'd try from me if he didn't have any from his normal person. So he didn't get Bankroll Freddie into it. Bankroll Freddie was already into it. But this guy's just saying he was trying to just get Bankroll Freddie pretty much as a customer. Excuse me. And while trying to get him as a customer, because Bankroll Freddie already had his normal guy that he went to, he decided to give this guy a chance. That was probably the worst mistake that Bankroll Freddie made, was trying somebody new, because now this guy is ended up taking him, getting on the stand to try to get him convicted, right? It continues and it says, Green said that he would store 20 to 30 pounds of marijuana at a time at a Little Rock townhouse where a third co-conspirator, Aaron A. Nicholas, lived at. So now he's telling on a whole nother guy, right? So the JG Stylist guy, JG the Stylist guy, he's getting on there and he's telling on everybody. So nobody's safe at all in order for him to make sure that he's safe on the other end. Now, when I say safe, I don't mean safe in the streets, because I'm sure a lot of street dudes where he's from is cool with Bankroll Freddie because, you know, the streets talk like they say. So, of course, you won't be safe in the streets no more. But as far as getting time cut down from any type of prison or jail sentence that he could get, that's what he's choosing to do right now, right? So, Bankroll Freddie is definitely on trial right now. And with him being on trial right now, you know, he's asking for a lot of people to pretty much, you know, send some prayers to him and, you know, hope that everything goes for the best. Now, some people is wondering, what in the blue hell did he decide to take the feds to trial, knowing that the feds got such a high conviction rate, and also the feds gonna bring out the snitches. The snitches is actually what helps the feds the most, right? Everybody snitching. Think about this, right? If the feds have a 99.9% conviction rate, and the reason that it's so high is because of the snitches, that shows you just how high and how many snitches that there actually are, right? So Bankroll Freddie wrote a post. He said, I got trial tomorrow. If you got love for me, I want my whole support system there. Little Rock, Arkansas, Federal Building, downtown, 915, free to bank. Now, I will say, as far as this goes, a lot of people in the streets don't want to go do nothing. As far as the Federal Building, police, they don't like to be around all that, right? So I don't know if they actually showed up there, but I know for a fact they sent him well wishes as far as like online and stuff like that, right? And then of course you don't want to have a particular group of people coming down to the court building that may not know how to act, that might be acting, you know, to my wild and stuff like that. But it is always good to have some type of support, right? Anyway, so as the trial continues, I will definitely keep y'all updated. Make sure y'all come to this channel for the updates on the trial. I'm pretty much the only one talking about it right now. But this is what we're looking at right now. One of Bankroll Freddie's partners got on the stand, and now, not just partners, but suppliers, business partners, suppliers, it got on the stand, and now that person's pretty much helping the feds now to get Bankroll Freddie sent up the road. Anyways, let me know some. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.